Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't even realize until I got on the website that I forgot to switch it to portrait mode. So time I went live, I went to the what you call I went to the thing where it says add screen, and then I realized it was on the when I saw it, I realized it was on landscape mode instead of portrait mode. So usually on portrait mode, I get mostly people, I get most audience in here, but on landscape mode, I don't get much audience. And besides, I don't think NXT is going to be that good of a show tonight. I'm just being honest with y'all. Monday Night Raw was last night. It's week number 5, and Monday Night Raw has already another solid show heading into this week's WrestleMania. So that's 5 solid shows we gotten from Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw's been on fire this year. This month. This month. They've been on fire this month. They really have. You got to give WWE credit for making these shows solid. I'm talking about Monday Night Raw. I'm not talking about SmackDown or NXT. They need to do better with SmackDown and NXT. NXT has the talent. They just need to work on their booking and creative and writing and stuff. They got the talent. It's just the shows are mid every Tuesday nights. Nobody wants to be complaining and shitting all over their shows every single Tuesday nights. Especially not me. But I tell the truth like it is. If the show sucks, I'm gonna say the show sucks. If the show is solid, I'm gonna say it's solid. If it's mid, I'm gonna say it's mid. If it's a good show, I'm gonna say it's a good show. If the show is bad, I'm gonna explain it like it is. If the show is good, I'm still gonna explain it like it is. Same thing as when I'm going over the ups and downs coming out of these shows every week. Not just my thoughts and grade. That and how good and bad NXT, Raw, and SmackDown, and all these. And speaking of that, tonight, when NXT goes off the air, I'm going to step away. And when we come back, we'll go over my overall thoughts and grades and the ups and downs and how good and bad NXT is doing and what NXT needs to work on so far. We already went over what Monday Night Raw needs to work on. We already went over that last night. I appreciate people that made it here, that tuned in and made it. Y'all new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you share the stream, man. Let everybody know that I'm live for NXT Revenge, because I don't think they care too much about NXT anyway. I think they cared more about Raw, because I had a lot more people tuned in for Raw than I did for NXT so far. I mean, I wouldn't care too much about NXT either. I mean, the creative still has not changed. I mean, I don't understand it. I don't understand why they won't make a change to NXT. Why they won't make any creative change. It's on me. Company can be delusional sometimes. From time to time, they can be. But I'm hoping we get another one of them solos coming out of NXT, because NXT gave us one solid show this year, and that's the one. The episode ahead of Stand and Deliver. Dude. Darn, I wish I would have switched it to I'm trying to get NXT pulled up right now. I got to get the Netflix website pulled up, so I'm not watching it on TV tonight. We got to get this up here on the laptop. I ain't gonna have no choice. But see, I don't have it recorded. I'm saying I'm watching it on here. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. Yeah, this is probably going to take a while. I got to do some stuff. Let me see if I can do it. No, not that. All right, I'm getting NXT pulled up right now. Tomorrow for Evolve. That, because using portrait mode was using the live was a lot better in portrait mode than it is in landscape mode because I like that way. All right, I'm gonna get this for a second to try to get NXT. Chief real workers on there. Because right now I do not. Ha ha. Found NXT, folks. Finally found it. It's loading now. Should be pulling up any minute now. Okay, let's go back from the beginning tonight. Get my earbuds connected. I'm going to be commentating, giving you guys my live reactions like I usually do, my watch-alongs every week. Have to do this to avoid playing the WWE all in the background. And make sure y'all share the stream. We need tonight. So and hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. All right, NXT Revenge. It's on Netflix right at the beginning. I'll try to back away from the laptop though. NXT Revenge. Starting off with Jaida Parker versus Kelani Jordan. We've already seen this match before, but I just want to see if their chemistry's gotten better or not. All right, so we got Jaida Parker in the ring. And now here comes Kelani Jordan, the standard of NXT. I finally got NXT pulled up. It took me a minute, but it's on here. It didn't take me that long at all, to be honest. All right. Go ahead and eat now. Here we go. Okay.
NXT Revenge, week 1, kicking off with Kelani Jordan versus Jaida Parker. She said, stupid. We got Jaida Parker wearing down Kelani Jordan. Ooh. Ooh. Jaida Parker is wearing down the crap out of Kelani Jordan right now. This one-on-one women's match. Take it to the next level. Try to be on that. Jaida Parker showing her strength. She's rolling tonight. This Kelani Jordan running. What's gonna happen next? And she almost sent Kelani Jordan to the steel step. Kelani Jordan stops. Kelani Jordan said, "You ain't sending me to them steel steps." Both ladies had the same idea. The clothesline. Damn, she's a hook leg like crazy. Targeting the leg of Jaida Parker. That's smart by Kelani Jordan. Oh, targeting that leg. And now she's getting ready to. Jaida Parker got Kelani Jordan off of her momentarily. Wow. Kelani Jordan pulls Jaida Parker, and she is punishing the leg of Jaida Parker. And I know that had to hurt. She may have just ran her mouth a little too much because now Jaida Parker's fighting back. Yeah, man, Jaida Parker can't get back to her feet, man. That's very concerning. There you go. You don't right. What a backstabber. What's Jaida Parker about to do? Here she go. That move she does hard to Kelani Jordan. She Jaida Parker somehow kicked out. These two on the line with Jaida Parker and Kelani Jordan on top rope. Up, it's thrown on the ring. Jaida Parker just picked it up. Uh-oh. Oh, Kelani Jordan said, no. Nope. Falcon Arrow by Jaida Parker to Kelani Jordan, and she kicked it out. So he said, you can say that again. There was no turbo on the pack. She hit her knee on there. Cheating. One of a kind. That's it. Done. Kelani Jordan wins. She figured out the strategy and she capitalized on it. The turnbuckle exposed. Oh, we got Charlotte Hill backstage with Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. Let's try this one more time. I would like to extend, he says. Must be talking about that fatal four-way match. Stand deliver. They talk about them being two-time NXT champions. That's all they've been talking about every Tuesday. Chapel Hill looking like, what the hell is going on between these two? Show video package shows Zarya and Sol Ruka's feud. Not really much to react to tonight. Not really that much to react to. We're getting close to get caught up. Oh, we got Charlotte Hill backstage with Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. I won't even go here, man. He said, let's call it like it is. I lost the NXT Championship. And that leads now to questions. The end of the road. So I just stopped. Now, I look at myself in the mirror. Well, that's right. How about we lift everyone's spirits in the concert? Now he's singing his concert song. Main roster. Man, he hit Carter with a guitar. It didn't even phase him. Man, that security ain't doing nothing. He's just gonna put him down like he did last week. Damn. Damn, he just and the security through the barricade. Hendry Carter is a maintenance, man. Running roughshod through the NXT Men's Division. Boy, Hendry Carter. If I mess with that dude, he's dangerous, man. Ain't nobody gonna put that dude down. He putting that division on lock. He's been dominating on NXT since his debut, since day one ish. And he gonna continue to dominate until he gets that NXT Championship opportunity that he deserves. We got the debut of Kylie Armstrong tonight. I seen it on social media. I noticed I ain't really reacted much, but besides that reaction, the down Carver turned it up on NXT. Hold on, Stephanie. I got something in my mouth. Hold on, Stephanie. I got something in my throat real quick. Hold on, sweetie. I love the Dark Angel, Stephanie. Back at it. Was shown on NXT tonight. Could we see Lola Vice, like Arena, and Stephanie appear on Raw together after WrestleMania? No, never say never. I think the only reason why they got Stephanie on there is to bring up the viewership and the ratings, because they know the viewership been dropping like crazy because their creative ain't changed. That's the only reason why they got Stephanie on there in the first place. Because they know that she's a draw. That she can help with the NXT ratings and viewership. Good as she is in the ring, she got a good gimmick, good character, good moveset, everything. Getting better with the promos and stuff too. After all, she is one of my favorites. Skylar Rain, I'm sorry. You losing. She's jobbing to Kylie Armstrong. Spinebuster. Y'all just now tuning in. Welcome, man. Hit the thumbs up. I don't see no likes on the stream. I don't see the views going up faster either. Let's make sure we're doing that. And subscribe to the channel if y'all are new. I know I didn't put it on portrait mode. If I would have had it on portrait mode, they would have been going there. I would have had all of my others in here, my other others. Power slam to Skylar Rain. And she still gets out. She has not given up yet. Another spine buster by Kylie Armstrong. Oh, that was a replay. That kind of lost me there. Ooh, there she go. Look at them punches that Kylie Armstrong giving. Ooh. Oh, she ain't done yet. Kylie Armstrong ain't done yet. Look at your own commentary. Oh, yes, man. Be right back again. I gotta go. Ooh, ooh. Oh. Skylar Rain fighting back. Now we turn on the camera. I mean, Skylar Rain fighting back. That did nothing to put down Kylie Armstrong. She got to do better. Skylar Rain got to do better than that. Go! A spinning DDT. Oh, dang, man. Another power slam. Armstrong ain't done yet. Wait a minute. Woo! The Cali connection. Doesn't that remind you of Jaida Parker's movie? That Cali connection helped her dominate Evolve, man. Yeah. There you go. There you go. The greatest North American champion of all time. There you go. Soon to be two-time NXT champion. There you go. The guy with the smiley face. There you go. And mi amigo from his job. Ego. Ego. Here come Tony D'Angelo. Quiet, ladies and gentlemen. Quiet, ladies and gentlemen. We got a sus approaching the ring. I'm just playing. Man, I don't want to know who they are. Let's get the match. Ego. Ego. There he is. Oh, Ego. Ethan Page. Oh, Ego. Ego. Did I just see Shallow Hill come out during this match? I kid you not. Shallow Hill just came out during this match. That's when it went on the screen when I rewind. What the hell? Like, I'm really just curious to what he was doing, like, for real. Bro, how did I? What the hell was that just now? I know for a fact that I was not the only one that saw what I just saw. I had to rewind because I had to see what the hell was going on. Suplex by Ethan Page. There's that part. What the hell? What is Ricky Sage doing out here? And now Charlotte Hill is pulling him from under the ring. What the heck? What kind of weird is that? What kind of weird stuff is that? What was that? And now Charlotte Hill is shown pulled out of the ring, out from under the ring. What is this? What are we watching, man? What the heck are we watching? Better not do that to Cannon Carver. Tony D'Angelo was looking to see what was going on. He was trying to pay attention to his match, but he got a little distracted because he was trying to see what Charlotte Hill was doing. Darn, face first bite. I got the twisted grin close to it. Swinging that. Not Ethan Page to Tony D'Angelo. We got Ethan Page whole match around. Taking control. He's rolling. What the hell was that? I still couldn't get off of that. What kind of weird shit is that? Oh, I don't know what kind of weird stuff that was. Bro, I don't even know what I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, I don't even know. Oh, a spear by Tony D'Angelo. Kick out. I think Kelani Jordan and Jaida Parker and the main roster, and even Jacy Jayne. I think. Oh, hey! Oh, hey! Dang. That's his forget about it move right there. Can I finish the thing right now, man? Can I finish the thing? Protest by Ethan Page to Tony D'Angelo. And Tony D'Angelo is still fighting. How is he still fighting even after? What the heck? He said, "What the hell? What the hell?" A power slam off the middle rope to Tony D'Angelo, and Angelo kicks out. Ethan Page is on the top rope. A splash to Tony D'Angelo, and he still kicks. Oh. Yeah, the official didn't see that at all. What the? Ethan Page took Tony D'Angelo's NXT title, and he's getting ready to hit him with it. The referee called him. Yeah, that was a bad idea for Ethan Page to get that title because the referee seen him. What? He Page on Tony D'Angelo's title, and Tony D'Angelo still kicked out. Even after that. He dropped Tony D'Angelo on the NXT title. How the hell? Even with getting poked in the eye, how the hell is he still going? How the hell is he still going is beyond me, man. For real. Oh, no. He's not about to do that. He's not about to do that. He's not about to do that on the announce table. The berry goes Ethan Page. Wait. What Tony D'Angelo has on his mind? What is he planning? What is he? Oh! The table didn't even break. Uh-oh. Choke slam. That was it. I knew when he hit the choke slam with the Page, I knew that was it. Oh man, my eyes are tripping. Damn. I got the North American champion, Miles Borner. He probably just missed that for the way before he came to the ring. She was there to wish Lola Vice good luck in her NXT title defeat, her first NXT title defeat. Against somebody she already defeated. Hey, I'm digging this music though. I know that. Nah, we need to fast. We need to go back to the. I'm ready for real. Waiting on NXT to come back on. Caught up. Thank God. After all, my middle name stands for most the person who always thanks God. It's that song. It's that you know that my business. He sound like the younger version of the Rock. Sounding more like the Wayne Johnson. And Charlotte Hill was playing it off like he didn't know what he did. He know what he did. He just hiding it. Okay. Wondering Miles Bourne said in his promo, I'm getting ready to commentate it to y'all. Hang on. It's loading. Still loading. He said, chatter about that. It wasn't just how he said it was that Dion Lennox next. So last week, he talked about how he had Johnny Gargano to retain North American Championship. He said, so last week, Dart State, he said something stated. He said they wear Dion at Stand Deliver. Still my moment. So it's only fair play when I say this. When you ain't nobody say this. That's what Miles Bourne said on the mic. And she said that he went too far with that one because now Dark State is out to get his ass now. And now we got Deion Lennox out with a mic in his hand. He said, "Hey, Miles, man, championship ends. You got the VP. You ain't get it, did you?" He said, "Oh, but year we dropped, we won titles. We put fear into NXT the last couple months. I've been fingertips away from the NXT title. The factions keeps getting stronger. I'm here to put a stop to that." He says, "Dark State slump is over. And Dark State's future is on your shoulders. A North American title. So I'm going to give you. You accept your fate, or you can try to deny it the inevitable." Says Deion Lennox to Miles Bourne. He said, if you want a title match, we can put week, no problem." He said, "As for your ultimatum, I'm going to have to go with option C, which is where I keep the title." He said, "But judging the look on your face, I didn't like that answer. You could either have the title match with me, or Dark State can do what Dark State does, flying in the ring and try to take me out. And if you boys do that, you might." Says Miles Bourne to Deion Lennox, Dark State. You have a decision to make. No way. I'm ready. He said, "You should be talking to Sergeant, don't break." He said, "Listen." He said, "Seems like it's on then, huh?" He said, "Our future or your future." Speed tournament. They need to drop this shit like ASAP. Hold on, be right back, y'all. Man, stop doing it. Freaking earbuds. Why do they keep showing Zarya and Ruka? This is the second time in a row that they done showed this. We get it. Damn. They showed a video package of Ruka cutting a promo match for Tuesday's Revenge Week 2. Now they did the same thing with Zarya. Yeah, they changed Eli Knight's name, EK Prosper. Now, what do you think of that? It's beyond me. The name was suited just fine for him. Why do you have to change it to EK Prosper? I can't believe they did that. That is Really. I just ain't fucking saying how they did that. Teen on time, going for NXT. We got other two content creators going for NXT tonight. Come on, man. What's going on here? Okay. I'm ready for this. Come on. It's so slow. Along with this NXT doesn't include. There you go. Dorian versus EK Prosper. EK kicked out. Hurricane Rana by EK to Dorian. Von Ducks. $40 seconds left on the clock in this speed tournament. Oh! Did he just say Javon Evans on commentary? Javon Evans S. I guess EK reminds Vince Joseph of Javon Evans. All right, for this. It ain't been a bad show tonight, but just ready for it to go off the air so I can go ahead and get out the way what I need to get. Much audience. There wasn't much audience that tuned in to this watch along tonight. Feel like I went live for nothing tonight. Honestly. If I'd have known nobody was going to tune in for NXT, I would have just fucking canceled the stream. Oh, we got Chronicle from Kendall Gray up next. Can't wait to see. If you're just now tuning in, welcome. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new. This is your NXT Revenge watch along for the NXT Revenge Week 1 show. We got to see the debut of Armstrong, Tony D'Angelo retaining over Ethan Page, Miles Bourne cutting a promo on Dion Lennox tonight, and Kelani Jordan picking up a win, another win over Jaida Parker. I think this is about the third time she done beat Jaida Parker this year. So we got an NXT Chronicle from Kendall Gray. She said a big part of that has been her friendship with Ren. When I get in the ring, I'm serious, locked in, laser focus. When I'm with her, I'm goofy. I let that side come out. Another big part of my growth was involved. If you look at my first match to my last match, I'm a completely different person. If you've been with us through the beginning, you know the star that Kendall Gray is. Evolve gave me a platform to find myself, to find confidence inside and outside the ring. It gave me confidence, says Kendall Gray, and believe that I will be a superstar. My transition hasn't been easy. Just because a few people have done it doesn't mean it isn't difficult. I would have those succeed on NXT. We've got a shocker. That was the night that I believed that I could hang with the best in NXT. The night that WWE Universe or John Cena picked me. Well, John Cena picked Kendall Gray. I remember that. Yep, that's one of her many inspirations right there. John Cena. He chose her as someone worthy enough to go after the NXT Women's Champion. Right choice by John Cena. Still should have. Oh, is Creed reached out to her? Oh. Darn, she said she was the smallest girl. She said, trust me, there's a whole different side of me that NXT doesn't know. She says, uh-oh. I wonder what that whole different side of her is. She said she's going to lay her to a casket match. Oh, boy. Got Miles Bourne defending his North American Championship against Deion Lennox next week. So Luger versus Zarya for next week as well. We got Joe Hendry versus Cannon Carver next week as well. Cannon Carver is crushing Joe Hendry. Joe Henry's not winning this. Tatum Baxley versus Blake Monroe for the North American Women's Championship will be the cash match for next week for Revenge. For NXT Revenge Week 2. Uh-oh. Main event time. Got my favorite point. Hey, hey, uh, 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 Can't overall thoughts on NXT and all the other stuff tonight. Too many people will be liking the show tonight. Must not be enjoying it too much. Yeah, I blame them. Oh, Rain, joined by Lizzie Rain, NXT. Leverkusen. Waiting on NXT to come back on. There it is. And there's the NXT Women's Champion, Lola Vice. Brought to you part by Progressive. Says Vince Joseph. Damn. How am I getting tired, man? Oh, I caught Jacy in Lola submission. Stand Deliver was definitely a fluke for Fatal Influence. Oh, Lola Vice just ran into a big boot by Jacy Jayne. No, Mom. Come on. Oh, views are not going up. Nobody has tuned in, said nothing. It's annoying when the NXT views on my streams ain't going up. My NXT watch rooms. Ref to end at this point. I can't see nobody else tuning in. That's why I should have switched to the portrait mode. Ow. Jacy Jayne still got Lola Vice down, trying to wear her down to where she can't get back up. About to fall asleep. Yeah, STU versus Fired Up, all right. Lola Vice is fighting back. That roundhouse kick sent Jacy Jayne out the ring. Sorry, y'all. Tired for some reason. Shouldn't be, but I am. Lola Vice kicked out. Commission locked in. Fallon just helped. Nice. Oh, kicked out. Fallon helped. Kicked out. Yeah, y'all notice I didn't really react much to it. Oh. Landing with a cheap shot to Lola Vice. Again. Oh man, Lola Vice after her title now. Next, guess we'll find next week or week after next. All right, I'm stepping away. I'll be right back. It's gonna take a while. Now I'll come back, go over my ups and downs. What they need to work on, how good they're doing it, what they need to work on, and setting the record straight. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, I'm back. It's time to go over everything that went down on the show. Going to start with my overall thoughts and grade on WWE NXT Revenge, April the 14th, 2026 episode for Revenge, NXT Revenge Week 1. Be honest with you tonight. NXT Revenge Week 1 was a solid low B- show. It had its ups and downs. But at least it's yet another solid show. This is the second time, this is the second week that NXT has delivered a solid show. The first time they delivered a solid show was the episode ahead of Stand and Deliver. It was the episode before Stand and Deliver. That was the best solid episode we got this year. The one before Stand and Deliver. But this one had its ups and downs, and it delivered where it needed for night one. Now, the NXT Championship match carried the night. Monday Night Raw still did slightly better than NXT this week. To those of you that weren't tuned in the live chat for my Monday Night Raw watch along before I continue on going over my overall thoughts and grade the entire show. Monday Night Raw was a solid mid-B overall this week. So this is the fifth week in a row that Monday Night Raw has produced a solid show. These are like 5 solid shows that they produced in a row. So that tells me that Monday Night Raw has been doing solid on the road to WrestleMania. It's just the build to WrestleMania for both brands have been flat. But Monday Night Raw has done better in terms of matches and segment-wise. We got 2 of the biggest feuds, Brock Lesnar over Femi and CM Punk and Roman Reigns. I mean, that's enough to tell you right there that those matches are going to deliver for WrestleMania. Hell of a final segment last night from CM Punk and Roman Reigns, man. And over Femi killed it on Mike last night. One of the best things I've seen on Raw. And we got one of the best segments on Monday Night Raw between Liv Morgan and Stephanie. My brand right now, my favorite brand right now, the brand that's doing better than all the other brands this year, in my opinion, is Monday Night Raw. I mean, I've said it last night, and here I am saying it again. Consistent television coming from this show, man. I mean, they made a change. We got new writers. We got new people booking and producing the show for Monday Night Raw. That's great. Be great they make some changes on the SmackDown side, too, with any administration. The writers, the terrible writers and producers they got for that show. Hopefully, by the time SmackDown gets new writers and new producers and a new person that will book the show better than Road Dogg and everybody else, SmackDown will be a lot better. Their creative needs to change too. Same with NXT. Monday Night Raw's creative has been solid, man. It doesn't need to change at this point. I mean, I think their creative is right where it should be. Their booking is right where it should be as well. You know, in terms of the segments, because the segments did better than the matches on Monday Night Raw, and that says a lot. They need to work on booking better matches. They need to stop. One thing about Monday Night Raw, that's one thing about Raw right there. They got to be booking better matches. They can't be booking mid matches on their shows. It's not going to get talent over like that in a big way. It's just only gonna make them look like jobbers and losers at the end of the day. Make them look like they've been wasted for nothing. It'd be a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, NXT Revenge Week 1 like I said, it had the ups and downs. It was a solid low B minus. The NXT Championship match carried the night. Tony D'Angelo versus Ethan Page was a fantastic A minus title fight that showed how explosive Tony can be when he's on. Not never mind his, but Page had crafty counters and used the belt, throw him to the eye. Tony survived everything, including the table spear, and put him away with this spine buster. The match set a bar that was tough to follow. And you got Lola Vice versus Jacy Jayne in NXT Women's Championship match, where Lola Vice retained. You had Kylie Armstrong on one side of the ring, Kendall Gray on the other side of the ring, and standing on that big tall stage was Izzy and the Cooling. Lola Vice could be defending against one of those three women pretty soon. This NXT Women's Championship match got a solid low B minus for me. I mean, they deserve way more time. I'm gonna be honest. 12 minutes left on the show, plus PIP is not how you treat a women's title match. I just want to throw that out there. And still, Lola looked strong fighting through all of fatal influence, and the crowd was into it. That post match with Kylie, Gray, Izzy, Zarya, and Soul, all circling, was the right visual to end on. Jaida Parker versus I'm about to say Kendall Gray. Kelani Jordan was a big improvement from their first match. Solid B minus for that match as well. And Jordan working the leg and Jaida selling had real story. Now Kelani Jordan steals it with one of a kind, and both looked good. Both are post Mania 42 call up ready. I tweeted and said that on Twitter X, and it's still in my notes. So, Candle Carver ruining Joe Henry's concert was a star-making moment. Solid B. It was solid B as it gets, and Candle Carver no-sold a guitar shot, blooded Joe, and tossed him through the barricade. If he beats Hendry next, he's an instant top contender for that NXT Championship. And that's a target that Tony D'Angelo needs to watch. Needs to keep his eye on. So, about the Miles Bourne Deion Lennox segment on NXT, you got Bourne offering Deion the NA title match. That was another solid B minus segment. I mean, Bourne's confidence on the mic is infectious. You got Dark State imploding with Shaquan versus Deion. It's the right move, honestly. I think we're starting to see the breakup of Dark State. Not only are we starting to see the breakup of Fatal Influence, but Dark State as well. The Cooling might be next. Don't be surprised. Because the NXT had way too many factions on their shows. Need to separate some of these talents so they could be back to their singles run. Kylie Armstrong versus Skylar Rain was a mid-average C-plus debut. Kylie won with a Kylie connection, but could have been more dominant. Even though she still had a successful debut either way. But Rain worked even without an entrance. And we did see, well, I wasn't really paying attention to EK Crossman versus Dorian Van Dux for the simple fact that the men's and women's speed championship should not be on TV. That should be off of television. So I completely ignored the speed men's and women's championships. Those titles should not be important on NXT. The only important titles on NXT should be the men's and women's NXT championship, the NXT tag team championship, and men's and women's NXT North American championship. Those are the only important titles that should be on the show. Not the men's and women's speed championship. Throw that out there. So I'm going to be saving thoughts there. Now, as a whole, NXT Revenge Week 1 delivered. The night team needs to focus more on in-ring with a strong lineup and give these matches the time they deserve. Now, my ups and downs coming out of NXT Revenge Week 1. Tony D'Angelo feels like a legit main event champion now. That win over Ethan Page was decisive, and he looked like a star doing. With Saints and Hendry moving on, Carver is right there as the monster to chase him. Like I said, he better be looking on his shoulder, man. Lola Vice survived Fatal Influence and now has a whole division going for her. Kylie, Gray, Zarya, Soul, Izzy. I literally just said that Lola Vice was standing tall with the NXT World Championship in her hand with Kylie Armstrong on the other side of the ring and Kendall Gray and Izzy. It's a very, very deep bench, and Lola looks ready for the long haul as champion. Jaida Parker and Kelani Jordan both took a step forward. Like I said, their match was a real story, but it also had real selling and structure. Neither got buried. Both feel ready for a main roster, like I said earlier. Main roster run after Mania 42. And again, Kevin Carver had the biggest night of his career. Guy's a maintenance man. He knows selling a guitar and destroying Joe Hendry. That's how you make a new monster, man. If NXT follows up, how do you make a new monster? If they follow up, if they really, really follow up, man, he's a made guy. He's a made guy if NXT follows up, for real. Miles Bourne is growing every week on the mic. He's easy for the NXT universe to root for as North American champion. He made that Dark State segment. He made that Dark State segment work. And the downs, time management, hurt the women's title match bad. You cannot give Lola and Jacy 12 minutes in PIP. That's a disservice to both and to the division. Kylie Armstrong's debut, not gonna lie, it was flat. I'm gonna be honest with you. C+ is fine, but for a former Evolved champ, you expect dominance. I think NXT, and this is NXT's fault right here. This is not Kylie Armstrong's fault that her debut fell flat. This was the NXT writers and the bookers and whoever produced the show. They have got to give her a better showcase. They really do, because they did not tonight. I believe they flunked the ball with Kylie Armstrong. I believe they dropped the ball with her tonight. They should have, yeah.
They need to do better with her. Because her debut was flat tonight. Not gonna lie. If they're not going to book her and use her on TV, right? Then what's the point of having her on there? What's the point of her moving from Evolve to NXT if you're not going to book and use her right? NXT has some time. The NXT writers and whoever books the show and produces the show has some time to think about that in the administration. And don't put that shit all on Robert Stone. He's being told to do all this shit. He's not doing all this shit by himself. He's being told as GM to do this, do all this. Fatal influence interferes. The interference from them was, put it this way, overbooked in the main event. And Jacy looked weak, needing that much help, and still wasn't close. Yeah, she really looked weak, Tom. That's the same thing I said about Los Toxicos, Flammer, and Avila, and La Hedra. But it's not their fault. It's the people in AAA who books and writes the show, who makes the decisions. Same with NXT. Same with what I said about Kylie Armstrong's debut. And who I believe is at fault for this. Now, Dark State is ice cold. They're arguing more than winning. Splitting them up, pushing Shaquan Solo needs to happen now. If that doesn't happen now, then what the fuck are we doing? What else are we doing with this guy? Really? Joe Hendry is in limbo. If he's not beating Carter, get him to Raw or SmackDown already. The concert spot was fun, but he can't keep taking losses like that in NXT. It's not making him look good. How good and bad they're doing so far this year. Well, I'm going to be honest. Same thing I say about SmackDown, mixed bag. But it's trending up, though. The highs are real highs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the highs are real highs, and Tony D'Angelo's champion has been consistent, and his title run feels important. You know, like I said, Lola Vice stepped up, tag division with, you know, got the new tag teams like Vanity Project. They got legs, you know. Miles Bourne as North American champion as a fresh face that connects. I mean, you got those ups. Especially Lola Vice stepping up big as women's champion. The vision has definitely been because of her. The lows are mostly booking and time issues. Too many PIP breaks in title matches. There's too many debuts that don't hit like that. You know, Dark State peaked early. Now they're spinning wheels. Peaked early and they're spinning wheels. And some call-ups feel rushed, rather, and left holes. The pipeline is still strong. One thing's for sure, Jaida Parker, Kelani Jordan, Cannon Carver, Kylie, Soul, and Zaria, man. I'm telling you. This they're talent ready. On the men's side, Carver, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, and all them, they're talent ready, man. And of course, on the women's side, again, Jaida Parker, Kelani Jordan, and Kylie Soul, and all of them. But if they do tighten up the weekly TV and give big matches, the reason why I say they do is because I don't know if they're going to actually do it. Sometimes you trust WWE to do stuff, other times you don't. They tighten up the weekly TV and give big matches the time they need. NXT's second half of 2026 could be great for NXT. Right now, it's looking like a B- for them, with A- potential. All right, let's set the record straight on what they need to work on right now to close out the watch along tonight. It's the last thing, and I'm out of here. Let's be real. Let's be honest on what they need to work on right now. They got to stop cutting time from title matches. Like I said, Lola Vice versus Jacy Jayne getting 12 minutes and PIP, it's ridiculous. It's unacceptable. If it's a championship match on a special show, you got to protect it. You got to give it 15 plus and no breaks. Something. Second, define your debuts better. Kylie Armstrong should have looked better and strong. She should have looked like a killer. Instead, they have her going 50-50 with a woman who, Skylar Rain, the woman who didn't or who barely got an entrance. If you bring in someone with a name, you got to make them feel special. You really do. Third, you got to pull the trigger on Dark State. The group isn't working. Jaquan has main event look and intensity. Let him snap on Lennox next week. Cost him the North American title match. It goes solo. That's how you get something out of this. And number four, you got to make a decision on Joe Hendry. Because if Carver is the guy, have him beat Joe clean next week and move Joe up. Don't keep Hendry around to lose concerts, to get thrown through barricades. He's over. Use him or let WWE decide whether they're going to put him on Raw or SmackDown. Keep building Cameron Carver now. He's got the look, the presence, and after tonight, well, he's got the momentum. Don't call him off. You got to run him into Tony by summer, at least. By the summer of this year. You've got a real main event. And lastly, trust your women. Trust your NXT Women's Division. Because they are carrying the show. Again, you have Jaida, Kelani, Zari, Kylie Armstrong, Kendall Gray, Izzy Dane, and Lola. That is a killer roster right there. And it's still the NXT Women's Division in WWE. Put them in matches that go 10 plus and let them cook. Night 2 of Revenge needs to be in ring first. Less interference, more wrestling. Do that, and we're talking about an A show next week. I do appreciate everyone I appreciate some of you that rocked with the watch along. Even though I didn't see all of you tonight, but still. If
if you're just not coming home from work and you're not going to get to listen to my watch along tonight, you can listen to it tomorrow. As soon as I end the stream, the watch along will be processed and it'll be on the channel available tomorrow for those of you that didn't get to tune in tonight. All you gotta do is click the top right on your screen, and then you see where it says auto translate. You can translate it to, of course, whatever languages you want. I've said this last night. I have to remind my international people because I don't think they would understand. I don't think some of them understand. But anyhow, thank y'all for being here. And I'll see y'all live for the next episode of Evolve tomorrow night. I'll go over the card before the stream starts tomorrow night. So that way y'all will have an idea of what matches is going to be on there and be on there and who's not. I can tell you right now, I don't think Carmen is going to be on there tomorrow night. And Carmen is one of the best women's talents that the Evolve Women's division has. I don't know how you don't have Carmen on the show. I mean, it's not making sense. They might as well put her on the NXT Women's roster. Or have her go to the main roster for that matter. But good night. Goodbye for now. And take it easy, y'all. Tune in live for my Evolve watch along for the next episode of Evolve. See you then.